In today's video, we're going to be checking out all the new leaks for the KroLe's Warpaint event case. And in this case, they are introducing 30 more skins, maybe more or less, but still, let's get on to the video. But before we continue, make sure to join my Discord server where you can find all this information for the upcoming updates. You can talk to me, you can just have little sneak peeks of upcoming videos and much more. And of course, we also have events that you can participate in if you are feeling bored and you just want to do something. So make sure to join my Discord server, link in the description, or just Google this. But anyways, let's continue with the video. So now that the Rewind event is starting to end, it is time to head on to our next event, which is going to be the Warpaint, aka the colorful mashful against Breach and Collision, with some nice skins that are for the Collision and also chaotic skins for the Breach. So let's do it just like we always do. We're just gonna start with the grenades, then we're gonna head off to the weapon skins from tier to tier. So let's start off with our grenades. So starting with the grenades, we have the Solid Elemental as a tier 4 for the frag grenade, smoke grenade, and the flashbang. For this design, we have a red and purple grenade with a golden skull that has a butterfly in its mouth. There's another type of grenades called the Hot Elementals, also a tier 4, which is basically the previous skin just recolored. Instead of being purple, they are yellow, and the skull is red with a rainbowish butterfly in its mouth. So for the weapons, we have a tier 4 skin called Butterfly Effect Knight for the AUG, and honestly it's kind of a wacky skin. We also have the skin for the FP6 shotgun, and mostly these skins are going to be dark, but there are these colorful butterflies on its side. The MR96 also has the butterfly effect, for which one there is much more butterflies, and honestly this skin is much brighter compared to the previous two. The final weapon that has this skin is the Vector, for which it's mostly compared of the butterflies and there's not that much of the plain basic skin. Now the next skin is the inverted version, which is the Butterfly Effect Day, which has the same weapons. For example, for the AUG we see more of the butterflies compared to the Night version. The same is for the FP6, it's just a brighter version of the previous skin. The MR96 version of the day is much cooler. Actually, with the shading, it's more of a silverish titanium type of skin. The Vector looks like it got dropped in chloroform and then got smashed with several butterfly stickers on it. Next up, we have a tier 3 skin called Street Moon King for the dual MTXs, and this is a cyanish blue with some purplish faces on it. The MPX version of this skin just reminds me of the Nights of Horror event, like why is it in this case and not that one? The Super 90 version is just a smash full of blue, purple and black, like there's nothing much about this skin. The SG version is just horrifying, just like the MPX, like what do I say about this one? So the other version is the Street Sun King, and for the MTXs it's a yellowish with some distorted blue-black faces on it. The MTX version just reminds me of those stickers that you put next to a light source and then they glow in the dark. That's literally what this skin is. The Super 91 just looks like a forest with a yellow background. Like, that's what I see at least. Just like the Super 90, the SG has a forest vibe to me at least, with a much more length for the trees, even though those are faces. So for the tier 4s we have another one called the Gnawing Skull, whatever that means, and this one actually for the AK looks amazing. Like honestly it's a cool skin. The P250 version just looks like pink chewing gum with some grass on it to me. The SVD version is just like the P250 but long. The recolor is called Biting Skull, and for the AK-47 I'd say this is a certified tier 5 instead of a tier 4. It's a cool skin. The P250 has a blue skull on it with some vines coming out of some places. Out of context, this picture of the SVD just looks schmexy for this skin. Like, it's a cool skin honestly, yeah. Certified tier 5. The next tier 4 we have is called Cold Judgment for the XD45, and those scales in the blue color look brilliant on this skin. The other weapon that has this skin is the P90, and for this one there's a jaw with some huge looking teeth in the very middle, and he's biting on some kind of scalish alien thing in its mouth. The recolor is called the Fierce Judgment, which is for the same weapons, and the alien in its mouth is red, and then from it seems like it's like a green and orange type of skin. The third recolor of these skins is the Swift Judgment for the XD5. The scales are in yellow with some lightning come out of a red mouth. The P90 one yet again has a yellow alien, and this skin is mainly like a blue, purple and red combination. So the next tier 4 we have is Venom Hard Green. For the M14 we see a green skin with a pinkish purple venom splatter with a red snake on its stalk. The AR-15 variant is practically the same thing, but for this one we see more of the snake, and the splatter of the venom is covering like all the weapon skin. The recolor is the Venom Heart Purple. For the M14, it's basically a purple skin with some yellow venom on it. I'm not sure how chemically that was done, but sure, I guess. The AR type is practically the same thing. Purple basic skin with some yellow and also cyan type of venom with a green snake on it. For the love of God, we have a yellow type of the Venom Heart. For the M14, here we see the blue snake vomiting out G Fuel on a yellowish skin. Yeah. The AR-15 version also has a snake vomiting out a blue and also purplish G Fuel out of it. Now onto the tier 5s, we have the Struggle Through Night for the HK417, that's what she said. Anyways, there's this skull with a hat on it with some butterflies at the end of the weapon. And the recolor is the Struggle Through Life for the HK, and it's a blue skin with a skeleton with some kind of cap on it. No cap at this point. So now we're at the tier 7s. We have the default knife Vivid Green, which is basically a green knife with some kind of raindrops falling off of it. And the recolor is called Vivid Magenta, which is basically a purple default knife with some cyanish raindrops on it. Anyways, that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, make sure to press that like button as it really helps me out, and subscribe to stay tuned with new information regarding KroLe. But for now, I'll see you in the next video. Hey, you thought I'm gonna play some more gameplay.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me.